Ladies and gentlemen, you must understand this fundamental truth. Everything begins and ends in the mind. Your life, your success, your peace, your failures, everything is rooted in the way you think. The mind is the most powerful force you have. It is the control center of your entire existence. Whatever you allow to occupy your mind will determine the direction of your life. If you want to change your life, you must first change your thinking. You must take control of your mind. The mind is not just a place where thoughts come and go, it is the governing force of your destiny. The mind shapes your identity, your habits, and ultimately your future. When you take charge of your mind, you take charge of your life. You become the master of your thoughts, the architect of your destiny. But to do this, you must first become aware of what is happening in your mind. Most people are not aware of the thoughts they entertain. They let their minds wander aimlessly, letting negative thoughts and limiting beliefs take root. But if you want to control your life, you must first control your mind. Self-awareness is the key to taking control. If you are unaware of what you're thinking, then you are being controlled by your thoughts. Your thoughts will control your emotions, your actions, and the results you get in life. But when you are aware of what you are thinking, you can begin to make choices. You can choose to reject negative thoughts. You can choose to reject limiting beliefs, and you can replace them with thoughts that empower you. When you take responsibility for your mind, you take responsibility for your life. It starts with awareness. Pay attention to what you think about yourself, about others, about the world. Are those thoughts serving you, or are they holding you back? It is in your power to change them. Now let's talk about the power of positive thinking. Many people are prisoners of negative thoughts, thoughts of fear, doubt, insecurity, and failure. These thoughts limit your potential and prevent you from achieving the life you were meant to live. You must understand that negative thoughts are not facts. They are just patterns in the mind that you can change. Every time a negative thought comes into your mind, you have the power to challenge it. You have the power to replace it with a positive, empowering belief. This is not about denying reality or ignoring challenges. It's about choosing to focus on solutions, on possibilities, on the opportunities that lie ahead. When you control your thoughts, you control your outcomes. If you want success, abundance, and peace, you must think thoughts that align with those desires. But there is another important aspect to controlling your mind: focus and discipline. Your mind has the capacity to focus on anything, but you must learn to direct it toward your goals. Too many people allow their minds to be scattered, jumping from one thought to another, one distraction to the next. And in doing so, they waste valuable time and energy. Focus is the ability to direct your mind toward what matters most. Discipline is the ability to keep your mind on that focus despite distractions. When you master focus and discipline, you unlock the power of the mind to work in alignment with your purpose. Focus on your goals. Discipline your thoughts to work toward your desires, not away from them. The power to achieve anything lies in your ability to focus and stay disciplined in your thinking. Lastly, let's talk about mastering emotional control. Your emotions are tied to your thoughts. When you think positive, empowering thoughts, your emotions follow suit. When you think negative, limiting thoughts, your emotions spiral downward. But here's the thing: you can control your emotions by controlling your thoughts. If you don't want to be at the mercy of your emotions, you must learn to control what you think. When your mind is disciplined and focused, your emotions are aligned with your thoughts. You can choose peace over anger, joy over frustration, and confidence over fear. Emotional control does not mean suppressing your feelings. It means mastering your response to them. When you control your thoughts, you control your emotions. And when you control your emotions, you create a life of inner peace and power. So take control of your mind. Take responsibility for your thoughts and don't let them control you. Master your mind and you will master your life. It's time to stop allowing outside circumstances, people, or even your own fears to dictate your reality. The power to shape your life, to create the future you desire, lies within you, and it all begins with controlling your mind. You have the ability to think in ways that empower you, that build you, that move you towards your purpose. But you must first believe in that power. Once you do, you will see your life transform in ways you never imagined. Your mind is the key to unlocking your destiny. Now take that key and unlock the life you were meant to live. The mind is the control center of your entire existence. Everything you experience in life, everything you encounter, is filtered through the lens of your mind. The way you see the world, the way you interpret challenges, the way you respond to success and failure, all of this comes from the thoughts that occupy your mind. This is the truth that so many overlook. The mind is not just a passive receiver of information, it is an active creator of reality. It shapes everything around you, molds your experiences, and determines the course of your life. If you are going to take charge of your life, you must first take charge of your mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It is the ultimate driver of your actions and decisions, and ultimately the creator of your destiny. Think about it. Every great achievement, every significant success in history began with a thought. Every revolution, every innovation, every breakthrough began as an idea in the mind of someone who dared to think differently. The mind is not just a place where ideas are born, it is the engine that propels those ideas into the world. What you feed your mind will determine what grows. If you fill your mind with negativity, doubt, and fear, that's what will dominate your life. But if you fill your mind with possibility, hope, and courage, that's what will take root and manifest. The mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. It simply follows the direction you give it. If you tell yourself you can't do something, your mind will believe you. But if you tell yourself that you can, your mind will start seeking the resources, the opportunities, and the solutions that align with that belief. The mind is a mirror of your thoughts. It will reflect what you believe to be true about yourself and the world. Understand this: when you control your mind, you control your world. If you allow your thoughts to run wild, to be dominated by fear or anger, you will find yourself lost in a world of uncertainty and confusion. But when you take control of your mind, when you choose what to focus on and what to let go of, you take control of your life. You are not a passive observer in this world. You are the creator of your reality. And it all begins with how you use your mind. The mind is not just a passive processor, it is a dynamic force that can work for you or against you. You must learn to harness its power. It's easy to let your mind run unchecked, to follow the path of least resistance, to let your thoughts be controlled by external circumstances. But that is not the path to greatness. The path to greatness requires mental discipline. It requires you to become aware of your thoughts, to be conscious of what enters your mind, and to be intentional about what you allow to stay there. You must guard your thoughts, protect your mind from the constant barrage of negativity, doubt, and distractions that try to infiltrate it. When you master your mind, you unlock a level of power and influence that few ever experience. The mind has the capacity to create, to innovate, to solve problems, and to transform lives. When you understand that the way you think determines the way you live, you begin to see that everything you need to succeed is already within you. The question is not, do you have what it takes? The question is, are you controlling your mind? Because when you do, everything you need will begin to align with your purpose, your desires, and your dreams. This is not just about thinking positive thoughts or wishing for success. It's about being intentional with every thought you allow to take root in your mind. It's about choosing to focus on solutions, on possibilities, on opportunities, rather than being consumed by problems, limitations, or fear. You have the ability to direct your thoughts, to shape your mind in a way that serves you, that drives you forward, that propels you toward your goals. Your mind is not a passive force, it is the creator of your world. It has the power to shape your reality, to turn your dreams into tangible results. But in order for that to happen, you must take control of it. You must train your mind to focus on what matters, to discard what holds you back, and to continually push toward the life you are meant to create. When you realize that the power to change your life resides within your mind, you become unstoppable. The mind is not just the control center, it is the launch pad for everything you desire, everything you will ever achieve. Take control of it, and you take control of your destiny. Self-awareness is the foundation of personal transformation. It is the key that unlocks the door to growth, to understanding, and to the extraordinary life you are capable of living. Without self-awareness, we are like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly, reacting to circumstances rather than actively shaping our own destiny. But when you develop self-awareness, you gain the ability to direct your life with intention and purpose. You begin to understand who you truly are, what drives you, and how your thoughts, actions, and emotions influence the world around you. At its core, self-awareness means understanding yourself at a deeper level. It's about knowing your strengths and weaknesses, your passions and fears, your values and beliefs. It's about being honest with yourself, recognizing where you are, where you've been, and where you want to go. This level of insight is not something you can acquire overnight, but it is something you can cultivate through deliberate practice, reflection, and the willingness to look inward. The more you know yourself, the more you are able to make decisions that align with your true purpose. You start to break free from the expectations and labels that others have placed on you. You realize that you are not limited by your past, by your mistakes, or by what society says you should be. Instead, you become empowered to create your own path, to design your life with clarity and focus. This self-awareness is not just about knowing your strengths, it's about understanding your weaknesses as well. It's about confronting the parts of yourself that you might want to hide or ignore. It's easy to focus only on the areas where we excel, but growth comes when we look at our shortcomings and face them with courage. Self-awareness gives you the ability to identify negative patterns in your behavior or thought processes and to take responsibility for them. Once you acknowledge these areas, you gain the power to change them. This is where true growth happens, when you're able to see your faults and still choose to rise above them. Instead of being controlled by your flaws, you can use them as opportunities for development, strengthening your character in the process. When you become self-aware, you also begin to understand how your emotions are connected to your thoughts. You begin to realize how your thoughts influence your feelings and how your feelings in turn shape your actions. Have you ever had a bad day because of a negative thought you couldn't shake? Or have you ever felt stuck because you didn't realize the negative stories you were telling yourself were holding you back? This self-awareness allows you to recognize these patterns. When you realize how your mindset affects your emotional state, you gain the ability to change the narrative. You can shift your thinking, choose empowering thoughts, and begin to see life in a completely new light. Your emotional world becomes less chaotic, and you gain the ability to respond to life with calmness, clarity, and strength. The power of self-awareness is truly transformative. It gives you the clarity to make better decisions, to align your actions with your values, and to navigate life with confidence. It is the foundation for emotional intelligence, for leadership, for personal development, and for a life that is truly lived with intention. When you are aware of your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors, you take control of your life in a way that is empowering and freeing. You stop being a passive participant in your own existence and start becoming the creator of your reality. Self-awareness is not a destination, it's a journey. It's something you continue to cultivate, deepen, and refine every day. And as you develop greater self-awareness, you will begin to see the world differently. You'll realize that you are not just reacting to the circumstances around you, you are creating your circumstances. You will understand that you have the power to change your life from the inside out. Every shift in awareness, no matter how small, opens up new possibilities. And with each step, you move closer to becoming the person you were always meant to be. Negative thoughts have an incredible power to hold you back, to cloud your judgment, and to influence the actions you take in ways that are not in alignment with your true potential. They can make you feel small, unworthy, or incapable of achieving the great things you are meant to accomplish. But here's the truth: negative thoughts are not your reality. They are simply echoes of fear, doubt, and past experiences that no longer serve you. The first step to overcoming them is recognizing that they are not facts, they are just mental patterns that you have the power to change. Every one of us experiences negative thoughts, and at times it feels like they come uninvited, overwhelming us, shaping our actions and limiting our possibilities. But negative thoughts don't define who you are. They don't control your destiny unless you allow them to. The power lies in how you respond to them. You cannot always control the thoughts that arise in your mind, but you can control what you choose to do with them. When a negative thought enters your mind, you don't have to accept it. You don't have to let it take root. You have the ability to challenge it, to question its validity, and to replace it with a thought that is aligned with your strength, your potential, and your purpose. The truth is, we often allow our negative thoughts to go unchallenged because they feel familiar. They feel like an old friend, even though they're not serving us. And over time, they can become so habitual that we forget there's another way to think. But you must remember, just because a thought feels familiar doesn't mean it's true. Just because a negative thought has been with you for a long time doesn't mean it has the right to stay. You have the power to replace those limiting beliefs with thoughts that empower you, that encourage you to rise, to take action, and to move forward towards your dreams. When negative thoughts arise, you must first become aware of them. Awareness is the key to taking control of your thinking. Without awareness, you are at the mercy of your mind, letting it run wild, letting it dictate your emotions and actions. But the moment you become aware of a negative thought, you gain power over it. You can ask yourself, is this thought helping me? Is this thought moving me closer to my goals? Is this thought empowering me? If the answer is no, then you have a choice. You can dismiss it, challenge it, or replace it. The choice is yours. The next step is to replace that negative thought with something positive, something that aligns with the person you want to become. Something that moves you in the direction of your goals. You must actively reframe the thought. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, replace it with, I am capable of achieving this. Instead of thinking, I always fail, replace it with, I learn and grow from every experience. This process of replacing negative thoughts with positive ones is not about denying reality. It's about choosing a mindset that empowers you to move through the challenges of life with resilience, confidence, and faith in your abilities. But it's not just about replacing negative thoughts in the moment. It's about consistently practicing a positive mindset, one thought at a time. Over time, the more you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, the easier it becomes. You begin to shift your entire thought process. You begin to rewire your brain to focus on what's possible rather than what's impossible, on what you can control rather than what you can't, and on solutions rather than problems. It's a process of rewiring your brain for success, for positivity, for growth, and for abundance. When you shift your thinking, your world begins to shift. Your actions change, your energy changes, the way you show up in the world changes. And as a result, your life begins to transform. You begin to attract the opportunities, people, and circumstances that align with your new way of thinking. The power to overcome negative thoughts lies within you. It is not something external. You have the ability to take control of your mind, to control the way you think, and to move in the direction of your highest potential. Focus and discipline are the twin pillars of achievement. They are the keys to unlocking your potential, the unseen forces that drive success. But let me be clear, focus and discipline aren't just for the gifted or the lucky. They aren't reserved for the privileged few. They are available to everyone, and they are absolutely essential for anyone who wants to transform their dreams into reality. Without focus, you are like a ship without a rudder, tossed aimlessly by the waves of life. Without discipline, you are like a spark that never catches fire, full of potential but lacking the consistency to ignite your true power. Focus is the ability to direct your attention to one thing at a time, blocking out the noise, the distractions, and the temptations that surround you. It is the skill of placing your energy, your thoughts, and your efforts into something meaningful, something that will move you closer to your goal. In a world that is constantly vying for your attention, where distractions are as plentiful as air, focus is the rare, powerful commodity that separates those who succeed from those who fall short. Focus means knowing what matters most and choosing to give it your undivided attention. It means saying no to what doesn't serve your vision, to the things that try to pull you away from your purpose. It means being present in the moment, fully immersed in the task at hand, and determined to finish what you started. But focus alone is not enough. You need discipline to sustain it. Discipline is the ability to stick with your vision, even when it's hard, even when it seems like progress is slow, even when the obstacles seem insurmountable. Discipline means showing up day in and day out, even when motivation fades and energy wanes. It's easy to start something when you're excited, when the idea is fresh and new. But it takes discipline to keep going when the excitement fades, when the challenges arise, when the path gets tough. Discipline means doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. It means waking up early, staying up late, pushing through the fatigue, and refusing to give up. Discipline is the steady, consistent effort that, over time, turns the impossible into the possible. It is the small actions taken every day that compound into remarkable achievements. Together, focus and discipline create a force greater than the sum of their parts. They work hand in hand, each one feeding the other. Focus gives your discipline direction, and discipline keeps your focus on course. Without focus, discipline becomes aimless. Without discipline, focus loses its power. When you combine them, you create a force that propels you forward with unstoppable momentum. Every action, every thought, every decision becomes aligned with your goals, and nothing can stand in your way. It's important to understand that achieving greatness is not about having a moment of brilliance. It's not about a single breakthrough or an overnight success. Success is about consistency, about continuing to show up day after day, no matter how small the steps may seem. The most successful people are not necessarily the most talented or the luckiest. They are the ones who remained focused and disciplined, who kept moving forward even when the going got tough. They understood that success is the result of continuous, purposeful effort. This is the essence of mastery, focus, and discipline. Mastery is not an event, it is a process. It's the result of repeated effort, of staying focused on the task at hand, and of applying consistent discipline until you reach the point of excellence. It's about deciding that you will be relentless in your pursuit of greatness, that you will never stop, that you will push through every obstacle, every moment of doubt, every temptation to quit. Mastery is the slow, steady progress of showing up, of being consistent, of refining your skills, of improving yourself every single day. Let's face it, the road to success is not easy. It's filled with challenges, setbacks, and doubts. There will be days when you feel like giving up, days when the results don't come fast enough, when the work seems too much. But in those moments, remember this: the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent or intelligence, it's focus and discipline. The ability to keep going when things get hard, to stay disciplined when distractions threaten, to focus on what matters most, and to do the work, even when you don't feel like it. That is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. Focus and discipline are the foundation on which you will build your dreams. They are the habits that will carry you through the tough times, that will keep you moving forward when it feels like you're standing still. And when you consistently apply them, you will look back one day and realize that you have accomplished more than you ever thought possible. So commit to focus, commit to discipline, and let these two forces drive you toward the life you are destined to live. Success is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of focus and discipline. When you embrace both, you unlock the door to your limitless potential. Focus and discipline are the foundations of everything you will achieve in life. They are the forces that will carry you through every challenge, every setback, and every moment of doubt. When the road is tough, when the world tries to distract you, it is your focus that will keep you grounded and your discipline that will keep you moving forward. These are not traits reserved for the exceptional few. They are within your reach every single day if you choose to embrace them. Your future, your success, and your greatness all depend on your ability to stay focused on what truly matters and to remain disciplined in your efforts. So stay the course. Commit to your goals. Show up, even when the path is difficult, because with focus and discipline, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Your dreams are not just possible, they are inevitable. And it all begins with your unwavering focus and your steadfast discipline. Keep going, keep believing, keep working. The best is yet to come.